Hello and welcome. I am Scrapperlock, and this is City of Heroes on the Rebirth server. We are in Iron Man mode with Iron Phoenix. She's level 12, and I've been able to get her some dual origin enhancers. All I did was accuracy, so we could hit, and reduced endurance, so that we don't pay quite so much endurance. Right, so now the practice brawler endurance is down to 0.19 a second, and so is focus fighting. So that'll help a little bit, and we're going to just not run practice brawler too much. We have combat jumping now, and now we need to pick a new contact. So we're going to roll. We only have 5 contacts, so we're going to roll 1d6. If we get a 6, we'll re-roll. And we'll just go down the sheet in order. 2. So the second one after Carla. 1, 2. No, that's Detective Sluggett. Haley Phillips, and back to Skyway City. So we're going to Haley Phillips. So I would have brought you guys back at the contact, but I wanted you to see fair and square that this was a randomly chosen contact and not one that I picked to make it easier or what have you. Hopefully by now you guys know I don't try to make it easy on myself. Neither of our enhancers or whatever have what were they, orange salvage, have sold at the auction house. They're still up. Even this one that's up for 7,500. If it doesn't sell soon, I'm going to just take it down and sell it for 5,000. At this point, I don't see the use of posting even the salvage really to the auction house. It seems like either nobody's buying or too many people are selling, or I don't know what. It's funny, the market seems to have become more active, and yet it is things are selling much less, even though it's more active and there are a lot more people bidding. I guess there are far more people selling than there are bidding, and so yeah, I'm not sure what the point is of putting up, like the one we put up for 7,500. You can sell it to the vendor for 5,000, right? And there is a charge, like a 10% charge or whatever, to sell. So it costs to get 5,000. You have to sell it for at least 5,500, I think. So if you can't even sell it for 7,500, what's the point of putting it on the auction house? Unless you're just donating it to the community as a good Samaritan, you know. All right, so we're gonna have to do some entry missions. Rescue Misty from the Circle of Thorns. Fighting outcasts on the street. Oh, talk to the weaker Hellions. Um, this looks like a street mission, so we'll do Circle of Thorns. Circle of Thorns is going to be rough. Can we get her store here? Yeah, we only have Lux, so we're going to have to go to the hospital. I'm going to pause it here, guys. I'm going to head to the hospital. I'm going to reconfigure this. We're going to need a bunch of Lux to fight the Circle at this level. I think we're going to start dealing with demons, and I'll make sure I have some, not Lux, a bunch of insights, and I'll get some Lux as well. Alright, we are back. And we're here in Paris Park. And I've got to find out where the entrance is. Here we go. Switch to combat jump. Yay! I love having combat jump. So I don't know what this character. We're going to try to get to level 19, at least level 13, and beat our second highest character, the Corruptor. I don't know that we're going to get to 19. And the real problem here is, as we get toward level 15 and 16, you really need to scale up with DOs, and we don't have them because we can't afford them, right? We only have right now 36,000 influence. That's after I spent about 15,000 just getting trainers. So we're going to try to stick with trainers at least through level 17, I guess, if we don't sell any orange salvage or anything. Why are these guys green? It's a level 12 mission. I guess it's just a backloaded mission. But because we are, you can see, right, it takes 3 shots to defeat a green con now. Because our damage hasn't scaled up because we don't have DOs. So that's going to be a problem. It's going to cost a lot of extra endurance because we're going to have to be making more hits, right? And so that's going to make it very difficult because by now I should be running with dual DO accuracies and dual DO endurances. And so Yeah, it's going to make us have to do things like pull white cons and everything, because the white cons are now equivalent to a yellow con if you had DOs. Right? And so that's going to make it difficult. That's going to mean we're going to need to prioritize Focus Chi. However, Focus Chi is only going to recharge every like 2 minutes, minute and a half, because we can't put DOs on it, right, to recharge. So it's going to make everything much more challenging. And it's okay that it's challenging, but I think to some degree, without those enhancers on it, this character's survivability is questionable. Silver Phoenix, by this point, I think had gotten enough influence that I think we got DOs for her, and then in the teens, I got a whole bunch of influence from selling something, some orange salvage or something, and then we were good for the rest of her life. All right, so we've got a boss right here. This is the fortune teller mission, so I think there's a badge from this mission. All right, let's go with extra accuracy, extra luck, and we're just gonna pound him. Oh wait, put on practice brawler before we get stunned. There's no turn on animation to practice brawler either, which is sort of annoying. Yeah, not a fan. I wish they had just kept it the old way. Yeah, so this is one of these weird missions where you get a badge. It's just a random mission. I'm not sure if it's even a particular contact that gives it to you. Wow, +1s, that's going to be rough. We got some inspirations running, so we'll be alright. And it just randomly gives you the mission, and once you get it, it's, yeah, I guess between level 10 and 10 and 15, and then I think you get a badge for it. It's sort of like, oh boy, there's another boss. I did not know there were going to be 2 bosses. That's bad. And I don't have any defense either. Dual bosses, that is rough. So you can see why you get a badge for this mission. It's a good thing we brought enough inspirations into this mission. And he's draining my endurance, I think, with that stupid sonic power, and he's also cutting my recharge time, which is going to make me have to stand here longer. Come on. Okay, we got him. Now we have to lead her out. And we're going to get ambushed, I'm sure. I'm going to turn practice brawler off because we need the endurance. See if anybody comes. Yeah, this makes it much more difficult without the DOs, of course. And this is old school, guys. This is what we used to have to do. You didn't have enough for DOs. I always remember a friend of mine being like, dude, he said, I don't even buy inspiration and enhancements at all until 22nd level to try to save money, right? Influence. The problem with that is, where are we going? The problem with that is, like, if you do the math, right? To get a full set of SOs, as I've said before, for a character like this costs about 800,000 influence. She's not going to help me either, is she? Thanks a lot. Oh, she is helping me. Well, that's good. Yeah, she's helped me a lot. All right, I can take that. Anyway, it costs 800,000 to buy a full set, 850,000 ish to buy a full set of DOs. It takes maybe 75,000 to buy a full set of, 800,000 to get a full set of SOs at 22. 850, something like that. To get a full set of DOs, and full set just being primaries, secondaries, you don't put them on like health and stuff. To get a full set of DOs at level 12 costs like 75,000. At level 17 maybe costs 100,000, right? So yeah, you can save yourself 175,000, but you can't save yourself enough to buy a full set of SOs, right? If you're not getting more influence some other way, um, you're not going to have enough to buy SOs, whether you buy DOs or not. And now the stupid closed canopy, so we got to get past here. Okay. So now we're going to have to go back to Haley Phillips, and I can shrink this. We don't need a huge contact list anymore. I think we're just going to go through Atlas Park because it's quicker. Even though it takes 2 zones instead of jumping all the way down south, we'll just go through Atlas Park. So level 12.5, I did not check yet to see whether our Corruptor got to level... how far our Corruptor got through level 12. We know he didn't get to level 13. So hopefully we'll get to level 13 before we die, and then we'll at least know we did second best on this character. Honestly, guys, if we could afford DOs on this character, there would be very little chance of her death. We know that from the Silver Phoenix playthrough. Right, I wasn't even trying, like, not to die. I was playing effectively Iron Man. I did get lucky selling some salvage back in the early Homecoming days on the auction house, which gave me a couple mil. I think I had about 1 million by level... I think I had about 1 million by level 20, and I was like, okay, we're set for life with this character, right? But so we know she got a full set of SOs at 22, and she had a full set of DOs, I think, pretty full at level 17. I didn't go the trainer route, you know, with her. But yeah, I mean, a set of trainers is cheaper than a set of DOs, right? 2 accuracy trainers is cheaper than 2 accuracy DOs. I think it's cheaper than 1 accuracy DO, actually. I didn't actually check that. I should have. But at most, it's about the same. So we got a badge, right? Didn't we? I didn't even pay attention to it, but didn't we get a badge? Yeah, the Spelunker Badge, right? That's the one that you can only earn by doing this random mission. It's not a story arc, so you can't, like, make yourself get it. There isn't any way to be sure you're going to get it. I don't feel like I've done Haley Phillips in a really long time. So go talk to some of the weaker Hellions or Clockworks in Boomtown. Alright. Find the link between Hellions and Outcasts. Go defeat 10 Hellions. So that means we're going to go back to Atlas Park, I guess. I don't think we have to go in a particular place. So here we go with the street missions. And of course it's 10, but then they're going to make me do 10 Outcasts. And since I don't know for sure that they're going to do that, since I don't know for sure how many they're going to be, I can't auto-complete this. If they told me go do 25, remember, if it goes over 20, we can auto-complete it, and I will. I hate street missions. But at least the Hellions will be quick, right? Because they're just go find some level 1 Hellions. Or level 3, whatever, doesn't matter. Anything in Atlas Park will be 1-shot, 2-shot. It'll be over super fast. In fact, we can go to that section where all the Hellions are hanging out for the Habushi mission and just beat them up there. So let me see. That is... where is that? That's this way, I think. I think that's true. I think it's over here. Or am I wrong? Is it this way? Okay, well, there's Hellions here. That's fine. I missed a Hellion. That's like a Grey Con. That's just so ridiculous. At least I can one-shot them. That makes it nice and quick. This guy won't be a one-shot because he's a lieutenant. Two-shot. I feel like this is a pretty dumb mission, but this, I don't know, this, I would say that this might lead us into Bonefire, but I don't think so. And see, it was just 10 guys. Clear the Hellions out of the portal. Why am I still fighting Hellions? Well, maybe this will be Bonefire. Friends who collect ancient weapons. They asked me a favor. Circle of Thorn wielding interesting weapons. We procure one. No, let's actually do the Hellions. This might get us into Bonefire. I'm not really sure. How much time have we spent here? 16 minutes. So let's go ahead and we'll just do this one more mission. Let's go ahead and mission teleport. Stop the gang at the portal. Oh wait, no. We don't want to mission teleport. We gotta get some inspirations. Alright, I'll do that, and I'll bring you guys back when we are at the mission door. Alright, we're back. We're in the mission door. And we have to stop the gang, fight at the portal. Back to combat jump. I love how I upped the accuracy. Still missing anyway. Always got to throw that last extra punch because we don't have any DOs. Of course, the reality is, I guess, at this point, I wouldn't have DO damage anyway. Right? I would have dual DO accuracy just to make sure I hit. And maybe an endurance reducer. Oh, we got yellow cons. Okay, let's try to pull the front guy. And I need to get Warrior's Challenge at some point to do a pull with, because we can actually enhance that for range, which you can't do with the Nemesis staff. I love that finisher where you just kick them and they go flying. So you can see our base to hit is 7. So this is really cool. Alright, so let's check. Last 2 hit, we're going to brawl. The base is 75%. Right? So the base is 75%. Well, it says 2 hit bonus 81%, right? That's right, because we're below 20th level. There's a little bit of a buff. And 71% to hit him, so it's a minus 10% to hit a yellow con. Right, there's your proof. That was probably dumb. I probably should have pulled. I do not remember doing this mission. Maybe we did. With Silver Phoenix. Trying to knock him the other way. There we go. That's good. Doing okay so far. Ouch. Oh, look at that. We got a couple of DOs. These are natural, too. This is range. We don't need... And this is recharge rate. Excuse me. The problem is it's an 11. Level 11. We're already almost level 13. So I'm not going to slot it. It'll probably be better to actually just sell it. So you need to stop the gang fight at the portal. Oh my gosh, defeat Bone Bruiser and Inferno. If we're going to fight 2 bosses at once, that's going to be pretty rough. This might be the death of a seer, guys. We have to fight 2 bosses. I know I keep saying that, but yeah, that's pretty brutal. So this is old school COH, right? They would put two bosses in a mission, and their attitude was not like lower the difficulty, right? Which we can't do. Their uh, their attitude was go get help, right? Go outside, get on the area chat, and ask somebody to come in and help you. This is a group mission. All right, let's pull these guys. Because they are coming in a patrol. The other guys are fighting with each other, so they won't aggro to me while I'm fighting this patrol, I don't think. But if I start fighting them, the patrol would have aggroed to me. There's the other person. Come to me. Well, I picked up another DO. Okay, so that's helpful. Right? We can't really use these, but they will give us some more money. So this is a little early to be getting DO drops. Maybe they've changed the drop ratio. I know Homecoming has changed it. You can like buy DOs from very low level, and I feel like they even maybe drop. Somebody confirm in the chat, in the comments. But I think that the Homecoming server gives DO drops. Oh, I cannot hit. I'm gonna have to use one of these inspirations. I think they not only do they sell DOs at low level, I think DOs start dropping at low level. I think what happened is, I guess the Homecoming folks, maybe the players as well as the administrators, decided trainers are basically useless, especially at low level where you don't like. Maybe if you have a 6-slotted thing, a trainer would be semi-useful, but they're basically useless, especially at low level where you only have like 2 or 3 slots on a power. So let's just get rid of them. Nobody wants them anyway. Nobody slots them in. Okay, we've aggroed this guy, so let's pull back. Nobody wants them. Nobody slots them in. They'll slot what drops, but nobody ever buys trainers. People don't like them. Let's just get rid of them. And just have it start with DOs. I think that's kind of what they did. I see word balloons there. Just trying to check if that's the boss. We want to hit the boss last. My hope is if we're going to have to fight 2 bosses, we might be able to level up. And then either A, if they defeat me, I can respawn if I have to, or B, the level up bonus making us +1 will help us enough that we won't get our butts kicked by the bosses. Now, there are guys over there, but I think there were more guys over here too, right? Yeah. It's so hard to tell who's who with all these victims running around. At least it's not like a bank robbery. In the bank robbery, you can actually target the NPCs that cannot be attacked, but you can still target them, and it's super annoying. And you can see the one hit really takes a chunk out of us. Haven't fought any lieutenants here, just minions. It's amazing how many of the low-level attacks between the machine guns and the slices and the chops are minus defense. And I did not realize that when I first started playing City of Heroes. I had no idea that that's what they were doing to me, because you couldn't see these numbers. Right, well, I was going to shoot him, but he aggroed to me anyway. That's fine. I just want to make sure we don't blunder into a boss. So I had no idea that that's what was happening. And so I kept getting my butt kicked. Like, the Reapers from the Vajalock, I think, also reduce your defense. Or the Morts, maybe both, with their crossbow. So you're getting shot with one, then shot again, die. I had no idea what they were doing to me. I just thought my character is made of tissue paper. No, she's fine. You just have to understand how the game works. Which, of course, first time I played, I didn't. And then, of course, some enemies like Vajjalak have resistance. So I'm fighting these guys who have resistance to me and are also reducing my defense. And I didn't realize either one of those things. It seems obvious now, you know, because we all know the rules of City of Heroes, but, you know, when you first start playing a game, you don't know stuff like that. And I will say, so one of the other differences between vanilla is this rest. I believe rest was 10 minutes. It was a long enough time that one of my good friends who was on a guild with me in the 20s had like triple slotted rest and had 3 single origin enhancers on it. And the reason I know that is he kept taking a knee like much more often than anybody else, and we were like, how the hell are you doing that? And he's like, oh, I slotted it. He put slots, when you need them so much in your powers, he put them into rest. Now, I don't remember if he had, at that point, health and stamina, or had slotted them. I think the same person also slotted and put SOs in Brawl. Yes, that is the kind of crazy stuff we were doing when the game first came out. I never did that. But that doesn't. But I did other stupid things, like I slotted combat jump. Look, combat jump gives you 1.88% defense. Now it gave you more, I think, in the past. Originally, this power gave you 20% defense. Agile gave you 10. Passives gave you 10, and super reflexes. The toggles gave you 20. Passives gave you 10. Combat jump gave you 5. And I didn't think it was worth slotting a 5% power for defense. Now you kind of have to. But that was before the GDN, right? The Global Defense nerf, where they nerfed all defenses. And that was, again, if you go back and watch, I think Silver Phoenix, I talked about this in the Silver Phoenix playthrough, that they did the GDN because of PvP, right? Because nobody could defeat tankers. Because they had 95% defense to things, and so if I think a tanker could get 95% defense to everything, right? It was easier to get it to smashing and lethal, say if you were in Vuln. That's the one I know the best. It was easier to get smashing and lethal to 95%, but I think if you 6-slotted everything, you could get all of your defenses, except whatever your hull was, to 95, or very nearly, at least 75, right? 75, 80%. And nobody could do anything to a tanker. Right? Even blasters, who did like so much damage, could not. You just could not. When the guy's got 95% defense, you just can't do anything to him. And so even they couldn't do anything to tankers, and certainly not defenders and controllers, and you know, scrappers. You know, didn't have crits, and so. So yeah, they said, all right, we're going to have to nerf defenses. And what I tried to say was, all right, nerf them in PvP, right? You can only do PvP in certain zones or in the arena, right? So just nerf them in those zones. Have a debuff apply in those zones. But no, they wanted to do it globally. Okay, I thought maybe we had bosses there because they were fighting each other, but we don't. Let's see if we can pull this guy. Oh, we did. Excellent. I'd really like a heal in that spot, so we'll go with higher accuracy. Oh, we got them all. That's unfortunate. This is going to be rough, especially if we keep missing. And by the way, missing with the accuracy enhancer on it, right? We're capped against these guys. So I should only miss 1 in 20 shots. I'm still going to end up missing like 1 in 10. Crits help. And there we go. These must be the bosses. Oh boy, and they're together too. And I have not leveled. So guys, this may be the end of this character. I just don't know. We've done what we can with her. Any enhancements? Oh, look at that. What do we got here? Endurance we can't use. This, though. I mean, should we bother with it? Plus 70. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Every little bit helps, guys. Alright, well, they're in there. I am going to try to pull one, but I'm almost 100% that it won't work. What do we want to get first? Bonebreaker or Inferno? Where's the other one? There he is. I think I'm going to do Inferno first. We might have a shot because this guy won't see me. There's like a 1% chance they might not both come. The problem is we're going to run out of inspirations by defeating the first guy, and we're not going to have any for the second guy, and there's nothing we can do about that. Let's try with one each. Nope, the other one's coming. Alright, so I'm going to skip out and go after this guy. Okay, well that's helping. We're doing alright. If we get stuck, is no good. Yeah, we need both Lux. Okay, we have a chance. But we have no inspirations left. If he does anything bad to me, I'm screwed. Okay, knockback is good. Keep the endurance up. We might have him, guys. We might. We can hit him with this. No, we missed. Got him. Yes, we took out 2 bosses with no DOs. That is pretty darn good. And we're really close to leveling up. We need 500 XP. Alright, out we go. So next episode we should hit level 13. I'm almost certain this character is now in 2nd place, right? Because I don't think our Corruptor got to 12.9 like this. Now, are we on a story arc for her? We aren't. Okay. So we will work on Haley again next time. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Here we are in Kings Row. This has been pretty awesome. Let's go sell off our enhancements. I'll do that off screen, guys. So what I'm going to do is this character, I have to like go to the various stores and make sure that I'm getting all the best bang for my buck with the enhancers, because if we just sell to the generic guys, we won't get as much cash for selling the DOs, right? These DOs this one's only worth 1,000 here. If I go into a natural shop, it'll be worth like 1,800 or something. Oh, we do have a whole bunch of recipes we can get rid of. These won't sell in the auction house, but we can get rid of all of these, and that will really help. So we're back to where we were before we we're above where we were before we got our trainers for this level. So everything else is profit. We're at 64,000. We'll probably be at about 70,000 when I sell these, just under it. So I think things are looking okay. We should get to level 13, fingers crossed, and maybe beyond that. If we can get to 17 with enough money to buy some DOs, we might be okay. That'll just depend on the luck of the auction house. Until next time, folks, I am Scrapperlock, and this has been Iron Man Mode with Iron Phoenix on the Rebirth server.